Hey everybody, I'm here and it's nearly Christmas, so I thought I'd share one of my favorite Christmas stories. This is one my mom used to read us, and it's been on her shelf for as long as I can remember. It was written by Robert Barry, who is also the illustrator, in 1963. It's called Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree, and we're going to read it tonight. And I just wanted to show you the little cover page. Isn't he cute? And here goes the tree down the hill. So a little preview of what's coming up here. Okay, I think this must be the book we had as when I was a kid. It's pretty well loved here. Okay, and this says, Mr. Willoughby's Christmas tree came by special delivery, full and fresh and glistening green, the biggest tree he had ever seen. And there it is. There's Mr. Willoughby at the top of his house, and here comes his tree. I love his fountain. He dashed downstairs to open the door. This was the moment he'd been waiting for. A magnificent tree. Splendid, he cried. Please, sir, won't you carry it right inside? I think it might look I think it might look best this year, right in the parlor corner here. But once the tree stood in its place, Mr. Willoughby made a terrible face. The tree touched the ceiling, then bent like a bow. Oh, good heavens, he gasped. Something must go. Much too tall. Has anybody had too tall a Christmas tree? I don't think I've ever had that problem. Baxter the butler was called on in haste to chop off the top, though it seemed quite a waste. That's great, Mr. Willoughby cried with glee. Now we can start to trim my tree. There's the butler cutting off the top. When the trimming was well underway, the top was placed on a silver tray. Baxter said, I know just who'd be delighted with this Christmas tree. And there he goes, and he takes it up the stairs. So it was presented to Miss Adelaide, Mr. Willoughby's upstairs maid. There she is. Won't this tree be a pretty sight when I have trimmed it later tonight? But the top, oh dear, I'm so afraid, will have to be cut, sighed Miss Adelaide. I love Miss Adelaide's cat. Look at that fat little cat there. And so with scissors, sharp and long, she snipped off the top while she hummed a song. And the top was set out the very next day in the back of the house to be thrown away. That little treetop caught the eye of Tim the gardener passing by. He certainly was not about to see that little tree thrown out. He hurried it home straight away to see what Mrs. Tim would say. Here he goes. Fa la la la, surprise, surprise. His wife could not believe her eyes. But our house, she said, it's so snug and small, I do not believe we need it all. And before Tim had a chance to shout, she cut off the top and threw it out. Barnaby Bear was padding by. It almost hit him in the eye. Now who would throw a tree away so very close to Christmas Day? I'll take it home, that's what I'll do. Look, Mama Bear, I've a present for you. There he goes, and he takes it home to Mama Bear. Isn't it a pretty tree? Yawned Mama Bear quite drowsily. Before we go to sleep this year, let's have a Christmas party, dear. But Little Bear, standing off far, cried out, "That tree won't hold a star." Barnaby said, "Let's cut a hunk off the bottom, here at the trunk." I think most people trim their trees, but no. But Mama Bear just shook her head and sliced the treetop off instead. "Jolly by golly," Barnaby said with a kick. "Mama, that surely is just the right trick. Let's trim it with bells and honey rings, some berries and tinsel, and popcorn on strings." Mama said, "Trim it just as you like. I've got to tidy up for the night. This top, we won't need it anymore. I'll just put it outside the door." Later on that frosty night, Frisky Fox came into sight. He spied the treetop, rubbed his chin, opened his sack, and stuffed it in. There's the fox. Well, hi, Miss Rami. Did you come to help read the book? Come on. Say hi to everybody. There we go. He scampered home and jumped his gate. This Christmas present couldn't wait. "It's even better than mincemeat pie," said Mrs. Fox with a happy sigh. Then the foxes saw that their Christmas prize was just a wee bit oversized. Guess what they do next? "There, my dears, now don't you worry. I'll fix this top in a hurry." Snip. Benjamin Rabbit found it then, just outside the fox's den. "It seems," he thought, "most certainly Santa left that for my family." There's that treetop. "Look," he cried, "see the tree I found?" With that he called his family round. Then there was merrymaking, rollicking, frolicking, carrot shaking, celebration around the tree. All were happy as rabbits can be. Benjamin Rabbit with his own hand sliced a carrot to make a stand. "Now let's see how this will look in our little chimney nook." But right away the children cried, "Look, it's leaning off to one side." "It's too tall, that's all," said Mrs. Rabbit, and as though it were a summer carrot, she gave it a chop and threw away the top. Right outside the rabbit hole. Then Mistletoe Mouse just happened to see that tiny tip of a Christmas tree. He pulled it through the snow and ice, up some stairs. He fell down twice. At last he reached his cozy house. "It's just the right size," said Mrs. Mouse. And then at the top, if you please, they put a star made out of cheese. Yum. Can you imagine a cheese star? Delicious. Oh, wasn't it grand to have a tree exactly like Mr. Willowby? Here's Mr. Willowby. He's fallen asleep next to his tree. If you look down at the bottom, there's the mouse family with their tree too. And everybody has a great Christmas tree. So I hope you enjoyed that story. If you did, please like and share my video. And I'd love to hear your comments. Do you have a favorite Christmas story? Just let me know below so that I can read it too. And in the meantime, have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holiday, and I'll see you next time.